Woo! Cooking with the vegan zombie. Hey guys, we are well into the month of October and it is getting scarier and scarier every day. And I like it. Last week, you saw us make the pumpkin puree. This week, we're gonna take that pumpkin puree and we're gonna make muffins with it. It's a whole lot of fall and a little muffin. I like to call them fall muffins or fuffins. Pumpkin muffins. Puffins. Muffins. We're gonna make muffins with that pumpkin puree and it's gonna be delicious. Let me show you how it's done. I got here 2 bowls. One for the wet ingredients and one for the dry ingredients. Well, I'm actually gonna, okay. So, we're gonna start with 1.5 cups of sifted all-purpose white flour. Get the unbleached kind because bleach kills bacteria. We're gonna add a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Next, you're gonna wanna add in 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Take a whisk. Whisk it all together. Yeah. That's it for our dry ingredients. On to the wet. You know that pumpkin puree I was telling you about? Well, we're gonna take 3/4 cup of it. Put that in the big bowl. We're gonna add 1/2 cup of maple syrup. Oh, it's getting all fall up in here, I'll tell you. We're gonna add 1/3 cup of melted coconut oil. Make sure you use the refined kind and not the virgin kind. We are going to add 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar to the party. And finally, to add the finishing touches of fall, you're gonna stir in 1/2 cup of apple cider. Finally, for the taste of fall, I use expeller pressed cider from the wooden mills of Ashburn. We're gonna pour our wet into our dry. And lightly mix it. You don't want to overmix it, or you're gonna have one tough muffin on your hands. Mix it really gentle. You don't want it. Just keep on stirring until all the flour disappears. But gently. Oh, that's starting to come together real nice. Now, you want a little bit of a bite in there. You can stir in raisins or cranberries or any kind of fruit that your little fruity heart desires. We're gonna go with dates tonight. Now dates are a little gooey, so you gotta make sure you separate them. I've chopped them, but I'm gonna place them separately because I don't want a giant date up in my muffin. I don't want a date in my muffin any longer. Hi, I'm John, I ruin moments. You can make whatever size muffin you want. I'm going with a jumbo. This recipe makes 6 jumbo muffins, but you could probably make 36 mini muffins. But it is going to change your cooking time. What might take 20 minutes in the jumbo pan is only going to take 6 to 8 minutes in the teeny weeny pan. Now what I'm doing is, I'm just coating this muffin pan with a little bit of that coconut oil that I was just telling you about, the refined stuff. You don't want your muffin sticking to the pan because you're going to have a bad time if that happens. We got a good old scoop here. I use a 1/4 cup. You can use an ice cream scoop, whatever you fancy. We're going to fill our muffin thingy almost up to the top. Get the gizzard right there. I found secret flour in there, dude. There's nothing to see here. The muffin top is the best part. Oops, I got a little pumpkin puree in there. We'll see. You know what? We might like that. We got our muffin pan filled and we're ready to put it in the oven at 350 degrees. Pop it on in there for about 15 to 20 minutes. You want it to have a nice bounce to the top of it. Ding, ding, ding. Well, it's been about 20 minutes and our muffins are done. Oh, yummy. It smells like I'm about to have a whole bunch of fall in my mouth. Well, there you have it, guys. We got ourselves a pumpkin flavored muffin. The only thing left to do is eat it. I could eat 100 of these. Now, if you want a breakfast that just knocks your socks right off, go into the kitchen, cut a muffin in half, put some earth balance on it, stick the buttery side on the frying pan and fry that thing up for maybe 2 minutes. Oh my God, it's so good. I dare you to try it. And make sure you guys stick around for our next episode because you never know what we're going to do next. As always, subscribe and survive. Gotta get that Whisk it real good. Seats. Simanyama, himanyama bada. Hang on, let me check my notes. Well, it's been 20 minutes and our muffins are done. Oh, somebody stole them. Here is our finished muffin. Oh, that's a good looking muff. No. Now, if you want a breakfast that knocks your sock off, well, just one. Now, if you want a breakfast that just knocks your socks off, go downstairs if you have stairs. Now, if you want a breakfast that just knocks your socks right off, go into your kitchen, take out a nice cooled muffin, cut it. Muffin. I always put a G at the end. Now, if you want a breakfast that's just gonna knock your socks off and fall in love. So stick around for our next episodes. You're fired. You're fired!